What's up, everybody? So I am here to give you guys an update on my COVID-19 vaccination. I am at Sports USA and I am going to get my COVID-19 shot. Way back when, I wouldn't say way back when, but a few months ago, we were told we had to go get our COVID-19 vaccination. Of course, I was hesitant about getting it. I didn't know if I felt comfortable or if I knew, like, in the back of my mind, if I really had legit reasons on why I didn't want to get it. But I am an adult. I'm grown. I have been getting told to get my shots since I could remember. I was little and I was getting shots, didn't have a clue as to what was in those shots. I was just told to get them. Once I joined the military, I was told I had to get shots like yellow fever, the flu shot, all of these shots. And so I'm just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get the shot. But there will be consequences behind those wearing the uniform, or I would say if you are military affiliated, there will be some consequences to come from not or denying getting the COVID-19 vaccination. Not sure what those are yet because they have not been put out. The only thing that has been put out is that we will get a 4856, basically a counseling statement, kind of like a write-up telling us that we failed to get the COVID-19 shot, even though it is mandatory. So what those consequences are, I have no clue. But if you are interested in knowing how I react and how I will be feeling after I get my COVID shot, then please make sure you check out this video. Stay until the end and then let me know what you guys did or how you felt or your opinions on being told you have to get the COVID-19 vaccination. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into this video. I got my COVID shot, y'all. I don't know how to feel. I feel nervous. We had to stay in there after we got our shot, depending on if you have like allergies. I had to stay in there for 30 minutes because I have allergies, but the normal wait time is 15 minutes. And on the back, it tells you when to come get your second shot. So today was my first dose, and then I come back and get my second dose on the 5th of October. So it wasn't so bad. I was nervous. I felt like I had goosebumps, y'all. I don't know why. So I don't know why I felt like I had goosebumps going in there and coming out. I guess it was like mentally, I was thinking about all the negative comments and all the things that people have been saying or are saying, like on the civilian side and on the military side. And I feel like this is just my opinion, that people are not researching or looking into the information as they should be and having those comments or saying those things about the shot. Because if you really took the time to figure out why you don't want to get the shot, I mean, it may make sense. But again, if you think about getting shots, COVID-19 and the vaccine or the Pfizer, or before I know they was doing the Johnson & Johnson, which I don't think they're no longer doing because I got the Pfizer. I think a lot of people are just, I would say, making up their own perceptions of the vaccination. And it could be because, for example, they came out with the Johnson & Johnson like extremely fast when COVID and the outbreak had first started. But I don't want to talk about that because I don't want people to get on here and blast me because I be getting rude comments and negative comments on my videos, which I just try to ignore because I'm human and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's why I'm asking you guys to go ahead and leave your opinions and comments in the description box so I can maybe get a better understanding of where you're at and how you're feeling. But I went ahead and I showed you some clips and some videos of some COVID-19 facts. Like, for example, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you are allowed to get the shot, or you can still get the shot. I also went over the like the after effects of getting the shot, like fatigue, headaches, tiredness, sore arm or swelling in the arm. So you just have to do your research. Again, I got the shot based off it being mandatory for the military and military personnel. And I'm not sure if you try to join the Army or a branch of service today, if you will be forced to get the COVID-19 vaccination, because while I was in line to go get my shot, there were a lot of, I would say, privates, PFCs, and specialists who have not gotten their shot yet, and they were in processing. So if they were in processing, that means they already went through basic training, they already went to AIT, maybe they are have PCS from one duty station to another duty station, and they're in processing here at Fort Bragg, and they have to get their shot. So I'm not really sure or quite sure if it is something that is mandatory for you to join the Army just yet, but I feel like that is going to come eventually with time, and as they come up with more consequences or try to figure out what the consequences will be if you fail or do not get your COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, so before I went in, I was nervous. I had bubbles in my stomach. Once I came out, I was still nervous. I still had bubbles in my stomach. I had goosebumps. I had like chills, and I just think mentally I was just like, what is going to happen? Like, nothing is going to happen, but mentally I thought something was going to happen. But when, you know, the doctors or the medics was telling me like, hey, you have to wait here for 15 to 30 minutes, I was just like, okay, because apparently they want to monitor you and make sure that you're going to be good and you don't have no type of reaction after getting it. So they hold you there for 15 to 30 minutes, which I truly understand. But after you get your shot, they give you this little card so you can go back and get your second dose. And it also says Sports USA vaccine site. And the vaccine that I was given was the Pfizer, and my second dose is due on the 5th of October. And it also has like post-vaccine symptoms and recommendations, such as, like I said, headaches, body aches, fatigues, you know, and it says continue to take your regular medication and symptoms should improve in about 2 days, which means if the symptoms improve, that means they're going to get worse. So if I have swelling in my arm and it's day 1, I'm going to continue to have more swelling or more pain in my arm over the next 2 days, because the symptoms supposed to last from, you know, like 1 to 3 days. All right. But again, the medics told us, like, you know, if you have any other symptoms or you feel any of your symptoms worsening, then please go see a medic right away, and they'll get you squared away. And then I also got my COVID-19 vaccination record card, which I was showing you guys once I walked out of Sports USAA. And the reason why I had it covered up is because I had my DOD ID number on it. I don't want to be giving my DOD ID number. I don't know. Some of y'all might be crazy. Some of y'all might be trying to use my information. I wouldn't think nobody would do that, but it is what it is. But I had it covered up, and it just says my first dose, COVID-19, the Pfizer, the lot number, the date, and the site. And on the back, it just tells me when I need to go get my second dosage, which is the 5th of October. Now, in regards to people's opinions and the reason why I went ahead and got my shot, the leadership within my unit told me, like, hey, by such and such time, by such and such date, we will have a formation. If your name is called off and you have not gotten the shot, you will get a 4856. 4856 is basically, on the military side, it's a counseling statement. It's like a write-up. And then on the civilian side, is basically like where you do something, well, you're told to do something and you fail to do it, or you don't want to do it. You have to get written up, because at the end of the day, this is your job. I'm putting out guidelines and information on things that you need to do as an employee, and you're not doing it. So for the military, they haven't came up with the consequences as of yet. And on the civilian side, I have heard rumors, for example, like if you work at the airlines and you have not been vaccinated, that your insurance policy and the cost will go up like an extra $200. So is it really worth it to pay an extra $200 for your insurance, your medical insurance, to the airlines just because you decided you didn't want to get the shot? And I feel like a lot of the times that people are feeling the way that they're feeling about the vaccine is because of what they hear and not what they find out in regards to like information that is being put out. Read the information. Don't just go based off what someone is telling you. Don't go based off someone else's experience, because this is you are a different person. Your DNA is set up differently. And one of the facts is on that COVID-19 fact sheet, it said the Pfizer or the vaccine will not change your DNA. So don't allow someone to mentally come in and have you change your mind or change your thoughts about how you see something if you haven't even taken the time to research it. You haven't even taken the time to figure out, like, why am I getting this? What effects does it have? Like, you just don't know. So if you don't know, instead of saying I ain't getting it because this person ain't get it, or I'm just not gonna get it, they can't. Or you have that mind frame of No one is going to tell me what and what not to do. You can't force me to do something. You can't make me do something. Listen, when we went to basic training, we didn't have a choice. We got like 5, 6, 7 shots. Every time we get ready to go overseas to defend the country, to serve, to deploy, we get more shots. Every time we have to take our kids to go register for school and they are getting physicals, they have to be current on their shots. So this is no different. Granted, there are a lot of things, like I said, that people are making up to make others feel like, I ain't getting a shot. And a lot of people are becoming ill because of the shot or whatever. But if they are becoming ill, it's a reason behind that. It could be like their immune system. It could be that they already have cancer. I'm just throwing something out there in regards to a disease that someone has already, experiencing. So if you have cancer or whatever, then maybe you should seek medical help in regards to if you should get it or not. For example, like my mom, she is currently on antibiotics right now, and her doctor told her, like, look, Miss Marsha, after you are done with your antibiotics, yes, you can get your COVID vaccine shot, but for right now, we want you to finish your antibiotics right now first, and then you can get the shot. But on the card, it also says that you can take prescribed medications, or you can take over-the-counter medications while you get the shot, or you know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just like a personal preference. But I was getting on here because I wanted to let you guys know that, look, I had to go get my COVID shot, how I felt about it, and how I am feeling now. So I went and got my shot around 9 o'clock, 09, and it is 1300, 1 o'clock my time. And the only side effect that I'm having right now is just soreness in my arm. Now, every time I have gotten a shot from the military, I've always had arm pain, and that's pretty much all I feel right now. But over the next couple of days, I will keep you guys posted. I will let you know my symptoms. I will also be making a part 2 video because I want to let you guys know what I experienced and how I feel over these next couple of days, and when I go back to get my second dose, and if I have any side effects, or just answer any questions that anybody might have. But for right now, the video that I am making is in regards to me and other members around me that are in my unit going to get the COVID vaccine shot. And it's not like a forced thing because they ask you when you go get the shot, like, has somebody forced you? Has somebody told you that you had to get it? Because they'll tell, like, of course our unit tells us, like, hey, you have to go get the shot, but they're not forcing us. They're letting us know, like, hey, if you don't get it, you'll just be counseled, like, you'll just be written up, and we can move on and we can figure out how to kumbaya after that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be stuck here at work, after I have been released, to go over paperwork in regards to 4856, to basically put that I agree or I disagree and then sign my name on a sheet of paper. Because at the end of the day, we all have to get shots. Like, that's just something we have to do. If you are planning to go on a cruise, you have to get your COVID vaccine shot if you go on a cruise. Like, that's, if you're traveling, you have to get the COVID-19 vaccination if you're traveling. So I would just say, if you don't know the research and you haven't taken the time to research it, then just go get the shot, because it's not going to change the fact that you have to get it. And I'm just trying to be nice about it, because again, like I said, I know I'm probably going to receive some backlash, or I'm probably going to see some negative comments, but this is just my experience and my personal opinion. I just felt like at the end of the day, I didn't feel like researching all of the information that was out there in regards to the Pfizer. You know, we go to basic training, AIT, and get all these shots. We deploy, we get all these shots, and we don't ask any questions. We don't say, hey, what's in this shot? Hey, why am I getting this? Or hey, X, Y, Z. We just don't. And the information is there. The ingredients for all of the shots that we get is there, but no one says anything. Now, if you are the type of person where you're just like, well, I don't give a fuck what you're saying, I'm just not going to get it, then by all means, kudos to you. Don't go get it. I'm not going to feel any different about you, and you shouldn't feel any different about me because I decided to go get the shot. It was another soldier that said, hey, Sergeant Fullwood, the shot has eggs in it. I'm completely vegan. I have been vegan all my life. I'm just not going to get it. You know what? Don't get it. But did you research all them other shots that you were forced to get and mandated to get before you went on your last deployment, or when you went to basic training? Who knows? Don't know, but I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to go back and forth about it. So please leave your comments and concerns and questions in the description box below. And if you want to talk about it, if you have any questions, or if you just have an opinion and you are trying to figure out the after effects on how my body reacted, then make sure you stay tuned for that part 2, because I will be posting a part 2, and I will be giving you guys an update when I go back to get my second dose on this COVID-19 vaccination and how my body responded to it and how I felt over these next 3 days. So without further ado, this is Amelia Talks. Let's talk about it. Peace out, y'all.